Good afternoon. I am joined today, my name is Frank Haney, Winnebago County Board Chairman, joined by Rockford Mayor Tom McNamara. Absent today is Dr. Martell, who is on a call with IDPH at the state level regarding developments and Phase 3 topics. We are 8 days away from moving to Phase 3. We are on track. Hospital capacity is stable. Our percent of positive tests are in an acceptable range. Let's back up for a second and just talk about COVID cases. Worldwide, there are just under 5 million cases to date. In the United States, 1.5 million cases to date. In the state of Illinois, we have over 100,000 cases of COVID-19. For our local update that Dr. Martell would normally share, there are 36 new cases today, bringing our total COVID cases in Winnebago County to 1,684. To date, we have tested 18,635 people with 12,896 negative and 4,055 still pending. Regarding locations of concern, there are no new locations of concern to report today. Unfortunately, today, Winnebago County Health Department reports 8 additional deaths. The dates of death range from May 17th through the 21st. The age range is age 50 through 98. These deaths have all been confirmed as COVID-19 by the coroner today. Unfortunately, this brings our total COVID deaths in Winnebago County to 52. I think I speak for everybody when I send my condolences to the friends and family of those who have lost a loved one to the COVID-19 pandemic. We are now in our 70th day of the Winnebago County Emergency Operations Center being opened up. Winnebago County government has invested $678,500 through the EOC and PPE for long-term care facilities and partner agencies as well as county government. Thousands of man-hours have been invested in the emergency operation since mid-March. I do want to thank, and I don't always like when government officials get up and backslap and say thank you to a bunch of other government officials, but I do want to point out the hard work of Chief Derek Bergston and all of those in the Emergency Operations Center. Mallory Wren, Michelle Pankow. There would not be a flattened curve in Winnebago County. I don't believe there would be a stable hospital capacity. We would not be discussing opening up businesses as we move into Phase 3 if it wasn't for the early and hard work of the emergency operations team and, of course, our first responders and frontline healthcare workers. I also want to take a minute, since the mayor talked a lot the other day about working groups, I want to take a minute and thank our other mayors in Winnebago County for their partnership. Greg Jury in Loves Park, Steve Johnson in McChesney, Ted Rail in South Beloit, Dale Adams in Rockton, Mark Zula in Roscoe, Jim Clayson in Cherry Valley, Tim Owens in New Milford, Frank Eubank in the Village of Winnebago. We have great partners as mayors, and I again want to thank Mayor McNamara for his leadership as well as our other mayors inside of Winnebago County. We are having very good discussions around church openings here in Winnebago County as well. We have representatives of the Jewish, Christian, and Muslim faiths talking about the way forward for our houses of worship. And I am left just with this one thing, is that we have incredible people in this community, and we have incredible people leading our houses of worship in our community. There will be updates, as there will be with other groups next week. A quick point on unemployment. U.S. unemployment update today. An additional 2.4 million filed unemployment in the last week. That brings the 9-week total to 38 million in our country. At the state level, the 3-month average, the Illinois unemployment, 16.4% updated, 1.2 million filed unemployment in Illinois over the past 11 weeks. And again, as stated before, the Rockford MSA, which is Winnebago County and Boone County, over the last 2 months, we've seen 29,000 plus file for unemployment. The Illinois Restaurant Association reported yesterday, and I think it's worth noting in the update, there's 25,000 plus restaurants in the state of Illinois, and they shared concern yesterday that upwards of 20% of restaurants in our state may have a hard time opening back up in the next couple months. To that end, I was very happy to see the governor talk about outside dining yesterday in an updating of the Phase 3 plan that we'd be going to here in a week. I would still personally, and I guess it's me editorializing, I would still advocate for the opening of inside dining at some appropriate capacity, if in line with public health metrics, as soon as possible, given the financial challenges ahead for our restaurants. And again, only if that there is a safe and appropriate way to do so. I've been asked about the issue with the state representative refusing to wear a mask yesterday down in Springfield, and I just wanted to comment and again editorialize, share my thoughts on that. I can understand any elected official challenging a governor's order if he or she truly believes it is an overreach. There is a process for that, a court process. I understand a push to reopen by any official as we flatten the curve. I am not one of the folks saying we should 100% open, nor am I one of the folks saying that everything should stay shut. So I understand that push and pull and that struggle that officials have. But I simply don't get officials who would use their platform to promote an anti-safety message when so many have become sick and died, and scientists and officials are still learning more and more about this new virus. Why make your peers vote to kick you out of a meeting that you have been saying should have occurred a month ago? That said, moving on, we are on track to move to Phase 3. I do have a message for residents. You are going to go back into businesses in another week that may be fundamentally different than the last time you were there a couple of months ago. I would ask for your grace and patience. Our business owners have been through a great struggle as well, and they've had to make significant modifications in some cases just to be able to reopen partially next week. So be patient and support local business at every occasion.